Fail to prepare, prepare to fail. Poor nutrition equals poor results.
Good morning, YouTube. So during this 12 weeks, every single week I'd like to give you a different style of workout. Either it's a different muscle group, some different exercises, some different rep ranges, just something different. So today we're going to go and train back, and after the workouts, stay tuned because I'm going to be going through my entire nutrition, my calories, macros, how I'm going to go about eating everything, when I'm going to be eating everything, what kind of foods I'm going to be eating, literally everything, and also a physique update and a new weigh-in. See you at the gym.
Welcome to my weekly check-in, guys. So I had to move between two different parts of the room to get the lighting right. If I went to the side view in that first shot, I had a massive bit of light on me and it wasn't a natural light. And I want to show you this in the most natural lighting possible. So physique obviously won't change that dramatically from the first week. However, I do still start to feel a bit tighter. Obviously because I'm in a deficit of calories, my glycogen levels might be a little bit lower when my calories just come down. I still feel I've got a little bit nice definition in the obliques, the top abs coming through, and definitely the quads, if you can start to see the separation there. But overall, I am happy with the progress I've made so far, especially I've lost 0.6 pounds this week, which means I'll probably be keeping my calories the same. And then I'll judge any calorie changes from next week's weigh-in.
Good morning, YouTube. So this is the video that I've been getting a lot of requests about, and I was going to do one anyway. We're going to go through my exact calories and my exact macronutrient split. So at the moment I am currently on 2,481 calories. Now my split is going at 200 grams of protein, 265 grams of carbohydrates, and 69 grams of fat. Now those are my calories on a normal day, a normal working out day, but I do manipulate it a little bit on other days. So for example, I am at the moment still having a cheat meal. Eventually, when I get towards the end of around the last 8 weeks, I will be introducing a refeed day where I control. It's not a cheat day, it's a refeed day, so I'm just going to boost my carbohydrate intake up quite a bit, giving fats and proteins a little bit lower. So it's not a cheat day as such, but I will still be able to have a few treats in there, but make sure they fit into my daily requirements. So I'm still having a cheat meal at the moment, and that does mean that on the Sunday and the Monday I actually do bring my calories down to around 2,000, taking it all down through carbohydrates. I do this so just in case that cheat meal does go slightly over, I'm sure it does, it goes around 3,500 calories, and just so that the total weekly calories and their carbs, fats, proteins, they're not all stupidly too high, so I can just keep a nice control of what's going on. And from this week, losing half a pound, it seemed to work out quite well. Now I am going to leave my calories and macros the same for one more week, and I am going to keep doing the same exercise I have been doing. So that is based on doing 6 weight sessions a week for about an hour at a time, 2 ab sessions after, and then after every single weight session I am adding in 20 minutes of LISS, low intensity steady state cardio, just power walking on an incline treadmill. Now at some point, and it could be next week, I am going to get to the point where I'm going to have to either lower my calories or increase my cardio intake. To increase my cardio intake, I would start to get up early in the morning on, for example, Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Fridays, and get 45 minutes to an hour solid LISS in there, some steady state cardio on my treadmill, or I could lower my calorie intake by 100 calories, 150 calories and go by there. At the moment I'm not feeling that, I'm always hungry, but I'm not at the point where I'm like starving and really craving food. 2,500 calories for me seems to be quite a nice level of calories to satisfy me and fuel my workouts. Now in terms of what I'm eating, I am still kind of approaching a flexible way of doing it. I'm not eating 5 meals a day of chicken and broccoli. Towards the end, and like probably the last 4 or 5 weeks, it's all experiments. We're going to play it by ear, but I probably will make the foods proper clean. I just like doing that because it just makes me feel good. I think it's more of a mental thing, but for the time being I am doing a bit more flexible dieting. So certain foods, people do ask me what certain foods you eat that you wouldn't typically usually see people eating in their fitness lifestyle. I have been using my Protein's calorie-free syrup, maple. It does taste pretty good. I've been having that on my Greek yogurt and my oats. Sometimes I do use rose honey on my oats, but if I don't want the extra carbs, the extra sugar, then it doesn't taste as good, but it definitely gives you a little sugar hit there. Got this from my girlfriend and from other people on Instagram. I have been having 10 calorie Hartley's jellies after dinner sometimes, and it's actually 7 calories, and for 1.9 grams of fats and a trace of everything else, hardly nothing. That is a nice little sugar hit after dinner, and that's actually quite a lot of volume in there for 7 calories, so I suggest that's well worth a go. If you're struggling with something like a sugar craving, go for that. A couple of times a week I actually do also have a Coke Zero. It won't damage my calories too much, however it won't dampen my calories too much, but it will suppress my hunger, so it makes me feel fuller for longer. I also love the taste of this, and it's just something to keep me more mentally sane as well. Like all these foods are going to keep you a bit more mentally sane rather than just eating plain vegetables. And the last thing I have been having on my salads is literally around 15-20 grams of some light salad cream. And for 15 grams it's 25 calories, 1.9 grams of fats, 1.6 grams of carbs. Protein is not really existent. So just something like that, just on my salads, gives it a little bit more flavour, and it makes it, again, when you get so intense into prep, anything like them products are like, your taste buds, it feels amazing, so they really do help out. How did I work out that those with my calories and those with my macronutrients? Well, working out the calories is just basically, I'm kind of used to this lifestyle. I kind of have a estimate of what I can maintain my weight at, what I need to eat to be in a surplus, what I need to use to cut. So that's just from going from experience. So I started off around 2,500 calories, and protein, I usually go by the rule 1 gram per pound of body weight, but then I put it a little bit higher just because I'm in a cut, just to ensure I am trying to retain as much muscle as possible, because I'm not going to build any muscle. It's impossible. You have to be in a surplus to build muscle, and I'm not. So that's just to maintain as much muscle as possible. This time I want to keep my carbs a little bit higher than my last preps. I haven't done that before, I just want to try that out. So just to give me more energy, make me feel a bit fuller, and then obviously the rest just goes to fats. Now, how I'm eating throughout the day, my protein is pretty much spread throughout the day, unless I'm fasting, where I probably won't be getting my meals about 11, 12 o'clock, and then even so from midday it's spread out throughout the whole day. My carbohydrates, I get a big hit pre-workout unless I'm fasted, and then also get a massive hit post-workout. A combination of complex carbs and simple carbs, just to really get my glycogen stores back up again, just to get the recovery process going. And then my fats, because I've lowered them to what I would usually have, I do love my peanut butter, so I am saving most of my fats for my last meal of the day. So I have my protein casein shake, my slow release protein whilst I sleep, and I have it with a little pot of peanut butter that I literally just eat like ice cream. I love it. And then my other fats throughout the day kind of just come from other foods that aren't really fat dominant, but they do have fat in them. And sometimes I might have some peanut butter on my bagels. If you follow me on Instagram, you will know this one. So go back to what I said a minute ago, yes, I am still using that kind of fasting protocol, where some days I do fast throughout my workouts, meaning sometimes I don't eat until 11, probably 12 PM sometimes, but that does mean that I can then save all my calories and have a huge post-workout meal. So I'm kind of combining lunch and breakfast together. Doing this really just worked well for me, and this is probably why I'm not feeling too hungry just yet, because I can just fast for sometimes up to 5 hours in the morning, and it doesn't bother me at all. I just have a couple of green teas, something like that to keep me going, and then by the time I come around to eating my first meal of the day, I'm then going to be literally eating nearly every 2-3 hours anyway, to try and fit all my calories and macros in, so it doesn't actually feel like I'm cutting. I'm sure it will when it gets to the end of the 5 weeks. It will start to get really tough, but using this style really does fit into my lifestyle. I really have found it benefits me a lot more. However, when I do start to get towards the end and I have to introduce more cardio, obviously, like I said, I'll be doing that cardio in the morning. I would then have a little bit of breakfast before I go into my weight session, so I'm not doing an hour's cardio, then doing my weight session and then some more cardio, because that's just insane, and your body just will be so depleted, it'll be ridiculous, and won't be able to train, no energy, nothing like that. So that'll be the time where I am going to have a little tiny breakfast before I train. But if I am on a day where I've got a bit more time to myself, I haven't got to be rushing around, I will probably just work out fasted and then do my extra cardio at the end of that workout, and then get a massive post-workout meal. And that's how I'm going to be approaching it. Okay, so I hope that was all useful, guys. If you've got any questions, you can either message me on Instagram, Facebook, or you can just leave a comment in the comments box. I am next week going to be going through my protein order that I get, the supplements that I use, and also going to be going through what my current training is looking like at the moment. And once that video is complete, then I'm going to have to find some new videos, find some new titles to put out throughout the whole weeks. But every single week I want to give you at least a weigh-in, I want to give you a physique update, and I want to give you something useful that I'm doing during my prep. So at the end of this series of YouTube videos, you know exactly my routine and everything that I do. So thank you for watching, I really appreciate it. Let me hit the subscribe button, give me a like, and leave me a comment if you can. I'll see you soon for more videos.